Hey, don't touch.
Hi. Hi.
What do you guys think about
Hi.
passive investing?
Good
What does Daddy do?
boy. Passive invest.
What does Daddy do?
Buy multifamily apartment toilets.
Apartment toilets. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Fear-Free Passive Investing. As you can tell, we're feeling a little goofy at the Fear-Free Passive Investing headquarters, and kids are going crazy, but we're excited. It's Friday, we're stoked for the weekend, and I hope you are too. Today is Friday, so we're obviously going to be doing our Friday 5, and today's episode is going to be surrounding fear. This is the Fear-Free Passive Investing podcast, so we got to obviously address fear. Now, if you're original to the podcast back when I was doing this a long time ago, you know we've already talked about fear. And if you haven't, I'll try and link the podcast here. But you can go hear what an old episode sounds like. But I thought, what better time than right now to be revisiting the idea of fear? Why now is such an important time to be talking about this. Now, if you don't want to go back and listen to that episode, that's fine. Now, basically, the premise of that podcast was that fear shouldn't necessarily be ignored. Fear is evolutionary, and it can help us see danger where we don't necessarily know where to pinpoint things. It helps us stay alert, in other words. However, the biggest downside is that fear can be crippling too. Fear can blind you to opportunities. Fear can hold you back. And so one of the main topics that I want to talk about today is that don't let fear hold you back. We're obviously with this coronavirus situation, there's a lot of fear going around, myself included, right? Like I'm scared of what the future holds. But the most important thing is that you can't let that fear, that evolutionary voice in the back of your head hold you back from new opportunities. Now, I don't know if that new opportunity is a new investment or maybe just a new business that you want to start or a new job that you want to take or some sort of fear of the unknown that could eventually be an opportunity. Don't let this hold you back. Now, 5 years from now, we're going to look back at this and be like, you know, that was a crappy month or a couple months or a crappy year if this continues out this long. But what I worked on in that meantime, what I worked on when I was in quarantine is really exciting and it changed my life for the better. It was an opportunity that I saw, I pinpointed, and I jumped on it. Now, if you've been listening to the last couple videos and podcasts, you know that I'm not a huge fan of the media right now. I believe that it is complicit in helping us have this fear, generate this fear, which I hate. So my advice to you right now would be just turn the media off. Turn off the news, stop watching Fox, stop watching MSNBC, CNN, all of it. None of it is good for you right now. You're not missing out on a lot of stuff. If you have to, put breaking news alerts on your phone, but from one place. Don't go crazy. Instead of listening to the fear surrounding the coronavirus, do your own research, but don't feed into the fear, okay? We've talked about this several times. In fact, I'll link a video right here where we talk about how the media sensationalized this headline from the National Multifamily Housing Council about how a third of tenants are not paying rent and we should all be panicking. Well, it turns out that they were underreporting data by a full day. And on top of that, collections always lag about 20%. So, I mean, hands down, it was some terrible reporting. In fact, you can tell it's terrible reporting by how many of these news organizations have switched their headlines. They've gone back and re-edited their headlines because there was so much pushback. So back to doing your own research. If you're looking for new opportunities in this, which you should definitely be looking for new opportunities with that fear mindset, looking at it through the lens of how can I protect my downside to this, you got to be looking for new opportunities. Think what makes the most sense right now, what is going to be in most demand right now, and with that, let that drive what you decide to invest in. It's critical to be patient but not be comfortable. You gotta pay attention to what people are looking for and what people are trying to accomplish right now, and that's where the opportunity lies. I personally believe that the opportunity lies in multifamily housing, but it could be different for you. Whatever that is, don't let fear hold you back, but make sure you don't try and ignore fear completely. So I'll just end by saying, I believe that fear is important. I'm not one of those people who say ignore fear, jump off that bridge, do whatever you have to do. I do believe that fear is important and it plays an important role in our lives, but I don't let it take over my life. I don't let it blind me to opportunities. I don't let it cripple me, and you shouldn't either. And hopefully that is less than 5 minutes. I don't really know right now, but I hope you have a great weekend ahead of you. If I can do anything to help, please definitely reach out. Ways to get in touch with me will be down in the description, whether you're listening on the podcast or watching this on YouTube. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.